Hi, hello. How are you all? Anybody there except me? Or is it just me? Anybody here but us chickens? Ain't nobody here at all. Right. Hi, Amanda. Hi, Nancy Norma. I'm just looking. I'm 5 minutes late, Chris. Oh dear. Where are you? Where am I? I'm here. Just because I couldn't get on. You know what it's like sometimes on, oh, excuse me, my back's hurting. You know what it's like sometimes on YouTube when it won't let you come on and it says go away and all that jazz and let me know the wrong way. There we go. Right. Hi, Denise. Hello. I got a lovely surprise. Whoa, wrong way. Can you see the wind chime behind me? Somebody sent me some money through Ko-fi to buy myself a wind chime. So I bought a wind chime and I've also bought, what did you call them? They go in the window, they catch sun catcher. But that hasn't arrived yet, that's coming tomorrow. So thank you. Yes, Chris, I was 5 minutes late. How many times have you been 5 minutes late? Chris telling me off with a message. Oh, it's a wonder it wasn't Linda, because I said to Linda earlier on, she said, I'll see you at 9. I said, yeah, if I don't fall asleep before then. Anyway, here I am. Here I am, with my wind chime. Oh, Chris, if I'm the highlight of your week, you lead a sad life, love. Oh, dear. Hi, Kathy. Oh, dear. Yeah, I've been planting bulbs today from New York State. Well, hi, Kathy, as well, yeah. Now, I've been planting bulbs. I don't know what half of them are. They've come, I got a box of assorted bulbs, very good actually. It was £14. And I got this massive box load full of bulbs. So I've been planting them in little pots all afternoon. Yeah. Chris has already told me off, Linda, for being 5 minutes late. But I couldn't get on as usual. You was giving me till 1:15. That's very big of you. Very big of you, yeah. Oh dear. I'm still doing this pink shawl. Oh, still doing the pink shawl. I was trying to find something else to do because I'm getting bored with this, but it was too late to find another pattern and to find some more wool. So it'll have to be this again until I finished it. What's bugging me this is because it's two strands together. I keep having to go back because I've left one strand behind, if you know what I mean. If you've ever knitted double wool, well, crocheted double wool. Knitting it is easier. Hi, Dottie. Knitting is easier. But when you're crocheting, you find when you've gone through that you've left one behind. So it's annoying. One of the ladies at Knit Club liked it. She said, oh, I like that pink. I said, you wouldn't like it if you felt it. I said, it's rough. She said, well, won't it soften up? I went, no, it's just like this. I said, if you want another shawl in pink, I said, it'll have to be another yarn. So I keep trying to do them for the old dears, and every time I do one, somebody wants it. It's a good job it's warmer weather and perhaps my old dears don't need them just yet because, you know, it might be a while before they get one. I finished my niece's. It's very bright. I said the other room, I meant to bring it in to show you. I finished hers and I put it on the line because I washed it. I couldn't be bothered blocking it, so I just washed it and hung it on the line. It got rid of all the crinkles and the wrinkles anyway. That's what I tend to do because I haven't got a large table, you know, I can put my blocking mats on. One of these days I will get a big table to put up in the garden. Then I can do things, yeah. Yeah, my friend's husband came today and he put my fairy lights up and he put my solar lights up, but they're not on at the minute because they've got to charge up, haven't they? So I think I'll have to wait maybe till... No, I can't see. Well, it's not dark yet. I can't see them anyway at the moment. But it looks nice, Linda, but it's rough. It's the wool. I don't know what it... Well, it's not wool, is it? I don't know what it is. It's like crinkly stuff. And it sort of exfoliates your fingers while you crochet in it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Harry? But I thought, well, you know, it'll keep somebody warm. Maybe they're not so fussy. Maybe it will soften up if I wash it. Maybe it will. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, I'll take a picture of me. Oh, God, wrong way. I'll take a picture of it when it's hung up. I didn't want to pick one that was noisy, if you know what I mean, because don't want to aggravate the neighbours, do you? You know, when it goes ding, 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 ding all the time. So, can't get it off. Why did I hang it on here? Can't get it off now. It does jingle, but not annoyingly so. It's quite pretty, isn't it? It's got little, like marbles on it as well. So I thought, that's a bit better. Oh, what is it doing now? It's gone lopsided again. Anyway, there we go. So it's very pretty. I'll show it again. I'm not altogether sure who bought it for me. So it seems a bit rude that I can't exactly say thank you. Yeah, it's like a round thing I've ordered that's got peacock on it, I think, that hasn't come yet. Oh, let me see what's happening here. See if I can show you on my order. But it's coming tomorrow, along with a thing to put my hosepipe on. I can't get my hosepipe. The outside tap isn't working. So, come along. Oh, it's a hummingbird. That's what I've ordered that hasn't come. She sent me enough money to get that wind chime and to get that as well. Isn't it lovely? Pretty. Well, I know what I think her name was, but I don't know whether she wants me to say. You know, you don't know, do you, when people give you gifts, whether they want you to announce that they did. Yeah. But it was very nice surprise. I was like, ooh. So I went straight away onto Amazon and spent it. Oh, dear. So anyway, she will see it. I will put it on a picture of it when it's hanging up somewhere. Yeah, I didn't want anything that would really annoy the neighbours. Some of them are like, clang, 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 clang. And I'm thinking, You know, if somebody's trying to get to sleep and this thing's clanging away there, you know, they might go right off me. So I thought I'll pick something that's pretty rather than noisy, yeah? So that's what I've got. I've got one hanging by my front door, actually, that would be very noisy. But because it's hanging by the front door, it isn't, because there's only me that would hear it if it chimes, because it's only when the front door opens that it would actually get any draft that would make it tinkle. So that's why I put that there, because I bought it to go in the garden, to be truthful. And then when I heard it clanging, it's like copper tubes, quite a lot of them going down in a spiral. And when I heard it clanging, I thought, oh no, neighbours are not going to like me with this. So, hey. It is, well, it must be somebody, because they said they'd looked at my Amazon wish list and wanted to buy it for me from there, but couldn't work out how to do it. So they sent me the Ko-fi money instead. So I thought, well, I won't just keep the Ko-fi money and not buy anything. So I went straight away on Amazon and ordered it, yeah. I'll put that on my, well, I'm hoping that they're a member of my Facebook group. So I'll put it on there. Or if they watch my video, then maybe they'll hear me say thank you. Yeah. So we'll see how we do. So anyway, I was planting bulbs. I don't know what half of them. Yeah, it's lovely of them to think of me, isn't it? Yeah. I'm not one of these people that get chairs given to them and things like that. So I'm overjoyed to have a wind chime. Yeah. You know, when you see these people with, I mean, I don't. I've actually got charged a camera. I'm still not sure how I'm going to use it. My friend was giving me a crash course on it, because it's the other camera that my son bought me that I've never managed to use yet. So I'm hoping that I can maybe, you know, get a video. Yeah. My friend's son came today, helped me with the cardboard. Oh, got a million cardboard. It breeds, doesn't it, cardboard? Every time you get something from Amazon, it comes in a whopping big box. Anyway, he squashed my cardboard for me and put it in the bin. And her husband came and sorted out my Ring doorbell. Oh, hiya, Lizzie. Sorted out my Ring doorbell and put my solar lights up for me. We still can't find out how to turn the outside tap on. So I've had to order a gizmo to fit on the kitchen tap that maybe will hold my hosepipe, because it's killing my back. You know, lugging watering cans full of water. Killing me. So, oh yeah, thumbs up everybody, please. Pretty please, pretty please. It does help. So you never know, you're lucky in a raffle, you know. maybe you might get a video one day. When I sort my tax situation out. Hi, Magali. Yeah, when I get the tax situation. Oh, it's a nightmare. I mean, Sheila's a whiz at these sort of things, and she's struggled with it. So Lord knows how I'm going to cope. You've got to fill in this form, you know, with all your details and that, you know, so that they don't charge you tax in America. And I mean, at the moment they are. I don't get any money, as you know, and the little bit I did get, they took tax off me. So no, my outside tap doesn't have any switches underneath. I've got somebody to check it for me. Somebody looked all over it, decided that it went into my bathroom. The man who had the house before me changed the bath into a shower. And I don't know whether that's when this tap thing that works the outside tap disappeared. I don't know. So it just will not turn on. 3 people have looked at it now and can't find anything. So I think I'll just have to... Hi, Sophie. My kitchen, yeah, it's got I've got a stop tap, as we call them in, but it controls the water for the house. If I turn it on or off, it turns the water off for my house. It doesn't do anything to the tap outside. So I think I've just got to get a fitting that fits onto the kitchen tap and use that for the hose pipe. Yeah. Right, so what's everybody doing? As you can see, I'm still doing this pink shawl, which is the bane of my life at the minute because I keep losing a strand. Oh dear. And it keeps sliding off my knee because I've got slippy trousers on again. I've got summer trousers and they're made of that slippy stuff. Ah dear. Yeah, as I said, I've planted loads and loads of bulbs today in plant pots because, I've got no garden, so I've got to do plant pots. And you're making a big... I thought it said a balaclava. You can't eat a balaclava, can you? Baklava. That's where Nathan will be. Nathan will be watching Eurovision. And my friend's watching Eurovision as well. I've not watched Eurovision for donkey's years. I don't even know who's in it. We never win, as England never win, do they? It's usually some screechy person wins going, I don't think what that one. So I lose interest, yeah. Sorry, Lizzie, calling it a balaclava. I've got visions of everybody running around with a balaclava on their head. Oh dear. I'm not very good actually with Greek sweets because they're usually honey or nuts, yeah. And I don't like either. You're cross-stitching butterflies. Really? I used to have butterflies on my shed, my she shed. They weren't cross-stitched, obviously, they were metal, yeah. But they went rusty. That's the trouble with things in the garden and the rain here, and everything goes rusty. Yeah. You thought it said balaclava as well, yeah. It's my eyesight. I've got to go to the doctor, well, the hospital, something about my eyes. I don't know what it is to do with my eyes, but you thought it was as well. Sorry, Lizzie, we all thought you said balaclava. Oh, dear. Home remedies for gout? No. No, I don't. There must be some home remedies, but my boss, when I worked at the job centre, got gout. She was really upset about it because she said, I don't drink. I don't know where I've got gout. Hi, Autumnley. Yes, she couldn't believe it when the doctor said she'd got gout. You always associate it, don't you, with, the old-fashioned Victorian men who drank lots of port. And yet I believe it's got absolutely nothing to do with that at all. I don't think anybody knows why you get gout. Yeah, I still haven't got all my thumbs up, but, I can live in hope. Oh, dear. I shall live in hope that I get all my thumbs in the air. Thumbs in the air and I don't care. Did I tell you I'm not I'm not anemic anymore, according to my blood test. The nurse said, "Do you feel any more lively?" I said, "Well, actually, you just woke me up." I was nodding in the chair. So, no, I don't feel any more lively. Yeah, it's supposed to be a sign of good living, isn't it? But it's nothing to do with the alcohol, I don't think. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Oh, dear. Honestly, it's like wire wool, this stuff. It looks pretty, but it ain't. When you think pale pink, it was probably sold for a baby. Wouldn't like to see a baby wearing this. Oh, dear. Oh, because he's overweight. Yeah, that's the trouble. Most of the alcoholic drinks have got sugars in them. I don't need any more infusions for now, no. Hi, Val. I'm still crocheting this pink thing, Val. I finished my niece's, that brightly coloured shawl. I'll put a picture up when I take pictures of it, yeah. She wanted it the brighter the better. Well, she got it the brighter the better. I sent her a picture and she said, "Ooh," she said, "my husband will love that. He's sick of seeing me wearing a black shawl." That's probably what I made for her as well. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, I've passed on the infusions to Val. She's got to have them now. Oh, dear. Oh, I don't know. I drink Diet Coke. I hope not, Dottie. We don't know what we're eating and drinking these days, do we? There's that many additives and stuff in everything. Even when you drink water, they've adulterated it, haven't they, with chlorine and God knows what else. I mean, I drink fizzy water from the blinking, you pay a fortune for it, don't you? Gentle Spring, it's probably never seen a spring. We believe anything, don't we? But the tap water here tastes disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. You wouldn't drink it if you were desperate. I mean, I drink it boiled, obviously, when it's in me coffee, but oh, Peckham Spring. Yeah, Peckham Spring, you remember? Del Boy. Selling tap water, yeah. The tap water in Prestwich was lovely. Absolutely lovely. Here it tastes like bleach. I don't know what it is they put in it here. It was the same when we lived in Fleetwood. My son said, "No, it's all right. It's lovely, the water." I said, "It's horrible." He said, "It's the same water you used to get in Prestwich." I said, "Well, how come it tastes different then?" He said, "It comes from the same place in the Lake District." I said, "Well, they do something to it on its way in then." All this fluoride and chlorine and God knows what. You know, the reason children have rotten teeth these days is because they eat too many sweets. Too many sweeties and sugars and chocolates and things. We didn't have bad teeth when we was kids because chocolate was on a ration. The sweets were on a ration, so we didn't get bad teeth because we didn't eat anything sweet. Sugar was on a ration. Oh, high blood sugars. Oh, dear. Well, I don't know where I got my diabetes from because I always thought I ate pretty decently. Yes, I have a bit of a sweet tooth with chocolate, but nobody in the family has it. And yes, I was overweight. But I'm still diabetic and I've lost 4 stone. So where do you go from here then? Yeah. Yeah, I used to have a water filter thing. It was only one of those that you put in the fridge, but I got fed up of buying the filters. The filters cost as much as buying bottled water. And those tap things that you buy, you know, the ones that you put on the taps and they filter everything. You can get boiling water, cold water. They cost an absolute fortune. You have to be very rich, don't you? I mean, the taps here are out of the ark. You could put them on Antique Roadshow, these taps. But they'll have to do. I have run out of money. Unless I win the lottery tonight, I've run out of money. But I'm not on my own. I think half the population's run out of money as well. Thanks to Keir Starmer and his sidekicks. We'll all be running out of money soon. Except them, of course. But we won't get political tonight because it makes me cross. And I don't want to be cross tonight. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. You know, let's be happy. Well, yeah, I'll never be able to afford one, Dottie, so there definitely won't be one in this house. I would imagine if you lived in a hard water area, they'd get furred up with all that lime scale and stuff, wouldn't they? Thankfully, we don't. The water might be horrible here, but at least it's not hard water. I remember when I was younger going down to London and going somewhere and thinking, oh, they're dirty, they don't clean the toilet. But it was the lime scale, it just discolours everything. I thought it was just a dirty toilet, you know. Yeah, I probably would. You'd probably turn it on boiling instead of icy cold, wouldn't you? I would have liked one of them water things, you know, that you have when you're working in an office. But I never had the room for it anyway. You know, where you put a big tank of water up and then glug, 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 glug underneath you. But I've never had a big enough kitchen for things like that. I've got my printer sorted out. Yay, me! That's another reason why I've got no money this week. I was just, I'm fed up of it. So I had to get somebody in. And a man came and did it, but of course it cost money, didn't it? Yeah. That's why I'll never be rich. But I needed the printer, and I was sick of it not working. And everybody I asked didn't know what the matter was. I mean, I must admit, it took him over an hour to sort it out, so it maybe wasn't as simple as I thought it was going to be. I thought he'll just come in, and he'll go, you know. But no, it took him a good hour to sort it out, so I didn't feel bad. Well, I did feel bad paying him, but you know, that's me being tight, yeah. But I've been without it since I moved in here. And I can't put anything up for sale, you know, on eBay or anywhere, because I can't print any labels out. Anyway, now I can. I'll let you know when I put things up on eBay, just in case you're interested. I finished the sorted, well, not finished the garage. I've sorted a lot more in the garage. Everything's now out, all the wool's out now, and all the garments are on a rail in the middle of the garage. So I have done quite a lot this week, actually, really. I've been busy bee. It's no wonder I've not done much crochet. I've been coming in and falling asleep. But my back knows I've been doing the garage. My back's going, still. Hello, excuse me. Thank you for the thumbs up. I'm getting there. 33 people and 27 thumbs up. That's good. That's getting there. should do what the others do. Thumbs up, subscribe, comment. Yeah. That's what most of them do. Yeah. Tell all your friends. When I start making videos, I'm relying on you to broadcast me because people have forgotten about me. So they need reminding. Yeah. The bitch is back. The bitch is back. I used to love that song. Elton John. I can bitch better than you. Do, 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 do. Yeah, please subscribe and comment. Yeah, thumbs up, subscribe and comment. If you only say, hello, thank you for the video, or how are you doing today, it all counts, yeah. You don't have to go into details. It's all to do with algorithms. That YouTube don't know you exist unless they see lots of people making comments or thumbs up in or different things like that. Then they think, there's a video there I haven't seen before. We'll have a look at her. We'll recommend her to somebody else. Oh, wait. Look at the bags under my eyes. Oh, they're like suitcases, aren't they? Ah, dear. The tomato plants are coming on lovely. They're about that high now. That high. I've had to put sort of poles on them now. What do you call them? Sticks, bamboos, to hold them up. Maybe I'll get some tomatoes. And I've got 2 flowers on my strawberries. I've only got 2 strawberry plants, so I won't be overwhelmed with the strawberries, will I? But, you know, my lettuce, my second lot of lettuce, I've kept them in the greenhousey bit so that the seagulls can't eat these. I'll have to move them out eventually, but at the moment, I'm getting them grow a bit bigger so the seagulls won't nab them. Yeah, I love homegrown tomatoes. I can remember when years and years ago, before they built the motorways, when I was young, we used to come to Blackpool, and of course you had to go down the little side roads because there wasn't the motorway. And little farms all along the way used to sell new potatoes, tomatoes. And we used to buy tomatoes, and my mother used to say, by the time we got home, I'd eaten them all. Yeah, you could buy eggs. I think it was eggs, tomatoes, and potatoes, if I remember rightly. That's what you used to be able to buy. They were like honesty stalls, you know, they used to have them at the bottom of. Sometimes you could drive into these farms and, you know, buy things from them inside, but usually they were like honesty boxes at the side of the road. So, yeah, I used to grow tomatoes. I used to grow a lot of things actually when I was more fit and able, but now, you know, can't bend. Yeah, I don't think we have them. They have a lot of them in America, don't they? Pick your own things, yeah. Mind you, unless you've got a big family, you know, it's not much point because if you're on your own, you only want one punnet, don't you? You know, unless you freeze things. But I don't like frozen strawberries; they're all like watery and horrible. Or pea pod. Oh goodness me, pea pods. My mother didn't let me ever pod the peas for dinner because there was never any there in to cook because I'd eaten them all. I used to buy the pea pods. They used to sell them at Tesco. I used to just sit and eat them all. Sit in the garden and eat the pea pods. You don't see them often, though. Yeah, I was a monkey for things like that. Eating them all before we got home. I was the same with cheese, apparently, when I was little. My auntie would buy cheese at the market in Rochdale. She used to take me to Rochdale Market. And then she had to watch me because by the time she got home, I'd eaten all the cheese. Well, she didn't buy a lot of it. She probably only bought a quarter or half a pound or something. But I used to eat all the cheese on the way home. Then my gran used to say, "Have you got the cheese?" And my auntie used to say, "She's eating it again." Oh dear, then I wonder why my grandma didn't like me. Because I used to eat all the cheese. Well, we didn't get sweets when we was kids. You didn't. So you just got things like pea pods and tomatoes and things like that, yeah. Hi, Shad. What have I got on today? Oh, it's like the odd-shaped pieces. I think they're meant to look like pieces of stone or something. They're not really. I think they're plastic. But they're meant to look like pieces of stone. They've got silver bits in between. I'm wearing blue with grey because I've got blue and grey trousers on. So I like to coordinate, you know me. Somebody said, "You're always well turned out." I said, "Well, I do try." I think about it when I'm getting dressed in the morning. I do think, what have I got to put on today? What am I wearing today? I hate clashing or mismatch, you know. I'm a funniosity that way. I've always been a bit that way. My mother said I was like that when I was younger. Why am I out of whatever? Whatever. Yeah, I've always been a fussy dresser. Even when I was little, I wouldn't wear things that I didn't like went together. And my mother had no sense of colour whatsoever. She'd put me in all sorts of things, you know. So as long as I was clean and tidy, that was all right as far as my mum was concerned. But if I was wearing blue, I wanted a blue sweater. I didn't want a red one, you know. I was funny that way. And I've always been a bit that way. I've got to coordinate, yeah. Or a tornado just missed you. Oh dear, that wouldn't have been very good for your little house, would it? You might have finished up in a different state. You're not doing very well. You've had floods, haven't you? How's your garden doing? Has it recovered from all the rain? I haven't got a garden. Everything. In fact, I'm using plastic, you know, those boxes, plastic see-through boxes that I used to store the wool in. I'm turning them upside down and using them as a shelf, you know, to put me. I don't want to put my plant pots on the floor just in case there's any slugs or snails about. I like to make it more difficult for them. So I've tipped them upside down, these plastic boxes, and using them as a shelf. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I'm making it more difficult. They'd have to climb up the plastic to get to me plants. Right, didn't stop the seagulls eating my lettuce, did it? Still. My gladioli are coming on lovely. They're about 10 inches tall now. I've not no flowers yet, but the leaves are growing really well. Considering my friend bought them for one of them cheap shops, you know, pound top shops. And I got 5 gladioli bulbs, I think, for the pound. So they're doing very well. My seeds are not doing that well, Shad. Not doing that well. Some of them haven't come up at all. Some have grown, but they're still only about a ½ inch tall. They're not big enough to be out on their own yet, you know. I don't think I'll ever be Alan Titchmarsh. In America, if you don't know who Alan Titchmarsh is, he has a gardening programme. My mother was really green-fingered. She could just pick up anything and stick it in the ground, and it grew. I got my little cheese plant, by the way. It's only a baby, but it'll grow. Hi, Glenda. Monty Don. I don't think I've watched Monty Don. I used to watch, that Garden Rescue with Alan Titchmarsh and with the, what's she called? Charlie Dimmock. She used to do it with those two brothers, didn't she? I don't think I've watched Monty Don. I don't think I'll ever get around to my front garden. My front pebbles. Yeah, we know bra on you. Are you watching Eurovision, Nathan? 30 dead and oh my God. Thank goodness we don't have things. Well, I don't say we never have tornadoes, but they're never like that. Hi, Helen. They're only like little. Oh, you can't watch it, can you, Nathan? No. I'm not a gardener, Sophie. I'm trying. Trying with my pots. My garden isn't a garden. It's just like a courtyard. And my front garden's just pebbles. So I'm doing my best to do something. I'll get round to the front maybe next year. I haven't got enough to sort myself out with. Oh, maybe one day. One day my prince will come. I've been waiting for him a long time. I think he's geriatric now, my prince. He won't be coming on a horse, will he? Be coming on a mobility scooter. If he's coming at all. Oh dear, never mind. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. No, I just wish I had more of a green finger, though. I just wish I was more, you know. I don't even know what I've planted. They've got names on them, and I've put the names on the plant pot. I still don't know what they. It'll be a mystery when they come up because I don't even know what they're going to look like. Oh, thank you. That was my fridge kicking in. Yeah, we're pretty lucky in Britain, really. We don't have all this sort of extremes of tornadoes and earthquakes and that. We have little mini things, but nothing that you would, have to go and hide from and stuff. No, here we just have high tides, but they're working on that. They're putting all these barricade things up so that they don't come over the top anymore. I'm a bit far away from the sea. There'd be a lot of people got wet before I did. Hey, I've got tea on. That hurt my jaw then. Ooh, ooh, ooh. No, I don't know what this pink wool was. She gave me, I think there was 9 balls of them. Like that it was. It says on it. It says on it, double knitting, 18 ounces. But I don't know. There was 9 balls, so there was supposed to be 2 ounces then in each ball, was there? They've not gone very far, these balls, anyway. But still, it'll keep somebody warm eventually. If somebody doesn't claim it before then. Every time I make something, oh, that's nice, can I have that? What are you doing with it? Well, I'm giving it to the old people. Well, I'm an old person, can I have it? I thought, well, I'm an old person. Maybe I should keep it. I'm probably older than the people I'm crocheting for. It's just one of them things, isn't it? I'm saying it's going to an old folks' home, and yet they're probably younger than me. Ah, still. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Yeah, I've got to do a different pattern next time. It looks pretty, Shad, but it's rough, absolutely rough. Rough on your fingers. I don't know what it's made out of. Brillo pads, I think. If it was supposed to be for a baby, poor little baby wouldn't want it. I need to get my knitting machine sorted out, but it's too nice, the weather. It's too nice to be in the house on a knitting machine. I'd rather be outside in my courtyard. My friend's son, he's only, 13 or something? He said, oh, it's looking nice and colourful in here now, isn't it? I said, well, I'm doing my best. Doing my best. Don't worry about it, Dottie. I never make any sense. I forget what I'm saying halfway through a sentence. You know, this is how bad it is. Oh, dear. I lose my thread. Lose my thread. Oh, oh, don't worry about it. We all disappear. Yeah, I wrote my friend a message. And after I'd written it, it disappeared. And I thought, well, where did that go? So I typed it again, and then she got 2. Don't know where the first one went, but it arrived at the same time as the second one did. Oh, got an itch. I need to stop scratching that. I've got a spot on my back, and I scratched it. I need to put a plaster on it to stop me scratching it. Hey-ho. Yeah, I've got 3 little trees now at the side by my door. Next door says, oh, it gets very windy, you better fasten them down, otherwise they might blow over. I thought, oh, how nice. Oh, yeah, they get funny about that, don't they? About you putting links to other things. Well, they pull you up for different things, and then they let other things, you know, really nasty comments go by, don't they? And yet they pull people up for something silly. And yet if somebody goes on really abusive towards somebody, they don't do anything about it. My friend got her name like cloned, you know how they do. And they set up a Facebook page in her name. So she complained to Facebook. And they said, we won't delete it because she appears to have friends. And she's like, yeah, but the only reason she's got friends is because people thought it were me. Yeah. Oh, honestly. And yet Facebook just pull people up for silly things. And yet if somebody goes on and they're really abusive to somebody in the comments, they don't do anything about it, which I think is really wrong. You know, some people get really upset. I mean, I just think if they make a comment, I just delete them and block them, you know, I just don't give a hoot. But some people, it really upsets them. Especially, I think, teenagers that are finding their way in the world. You know, they're not confident. And somebody puts something abusive on, calling them all the names under the sun, and, you know, it's just not nice. I mean, at least when we was young, they used to call your name to your face, didn't they? And you could just go, yeah, boom, or thump on one. But now they're sneaky. I think it must be like holiday seasons because some people haven't made videos for a while, like me, you know. But other people that I follow, and I'm like, hang on a minute, they haven't made a video for a couple of months. I think maybe it's holiday season and, you know, they've got other things to do. I mean, I stopped making them when I knew I was moving because I knew people would be like, oh, why are you moving? What are you doing? And I'm thinking, oh, I don't want to answer all those questions. You know, yes, I've moved, end of story. I didn't want to have to explain. And everybody was asking questions like, you know, like it's their right to know why I'm moving. And I'm like, no, I'm just moving. Can't you just accept the fact I'm moved? I don't want to go into details, yeah. And I think that's what it is with a lot of people, you know. They don't want to answer questions. Like some people get too personal. Some people, you know, why are you doing this? What are you doing that for? You know, and you think if the person who's making the video probably doesn't want to answer that question. So, you know, rather than just ignore it, they just don't make a video. And then the person who's made the comment wonders why they haven't made a video. And you feel like saying, because you're so flipping nosy, you know, stop being nosy. You know, you don't have a right to know what's going on in people's private lives. Yeah. No, you feel like saying that channel's about crocheting or cross stitching or knitting or whatever. It's not about what their sons, daughters, babies are doing. It's not, you know, if they want you to know, they'll say. But if they don't say, that means they don't want to discuss it. You see it all the time, you know, people asking really personal questions on other people. I've seen it on other people's channels. You know, why did you do that? What? I thought, well, what's it got to do with you, you know? Why they did that? They just did it. Well, I was a little bit confused, Dan, but never mind. I live in a permanent state of confusion, so, you know, one more confused doesn't make any difference to me. It's nice to be confused and a bit weird and wonderful because it must be awful to be normal. It must be very boring to be normal. to conform. Do what everybody wants you to do. It must be very boring. I like people to think, what are they actually doing now? Yeah. Yeah, Nancy Norma, you've got two names, yeah. I always called her by the wrong name and still don't know which one's which, so I call her Nancy Norma. One of them is right. One of them is wrong. But somehow or another, I can remember Nancy Norma. Whereas I can't remember if she's Nancy or she's Norma. I'm terrible with names. I just got two people's names sorted out at the library, and then they don't come anymore. I get any name but the right name, Chris. I get Jeanette, I get Jane, I get Janice, I get anything but the right name. You just learn to say, yeah. One lady used to insist I was called Barbara. And no matter how many times I corrected her, she always said, "Hey, Barbara, how are you doing?" In the end, I used to say, "Fine, thanks," My friend used to say, "You're not called Barbara, why don't you tell her?" I said, "Because she'll still call me Barbara even when I tell her." Obviously, I must look like a Barbara to her. You're back being dotty again, are you? Well, I'm completely dotty, so you're in good company. Oh, look, I've got a knot. Big knot. That's not nice. I wouldn't mind, but somebody's rewound this wool. You think they would have stopped winding it when they found a knot, wouldn't you? And left it. Well, I think my name should be Dotty as well. Or the Mad Woman. Yeah, when I get older, I don't want people saying, "Oh, what a sweet old lady." I want people to say, "What the heck's she doing next? What's she doing now?" My son did say when he was small, he said to me one day, "Do you know, Mum," he said, "it hasn't been easy growing up with a dingbat for a mother." Well, I'm happily to be a dingbat. I'll own it. I'll own being a dingbat. I'm happy to be a dingbat. Do, 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 do. I want to be thought of as weird and wonderful. I would hate anybody to say, "Oh, Janet's quite normal." That's an insult. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Does anybody on here consider themselves to be normal? Because if you are, how come you like talking to me? Oh, how much more am I going to do on this thing? Yeah, you can call me Al. What is normal? I don't know. Normal's very boring. I think normal is doing things that everybody expects you to do. They expect you to behave a certain way, so you do. I think that maybe is normal. But I wouldn't know because I've never been normal. How much more do I have to do? A bit more. When you live a conventional life and you do everything that's expected of you, and you go to work and don't do anything out of the ordinary, and you've got boring hobbies, and I used to think how boring they must be. Yeah, I'm proud of it. I'm proud of being wacky. dear. Hi, Dotty. We've got two Dotties now. We've got a different Dotty as well. 1, 2. Oh dear, everything's sliding off my knee. Dotty, you've got another Dotty. Oh dear. Yeah, fellow Dotty, yeah. Yeah, we've got two Dotties now. Are you both Dotties? Did you get your nickname from being completely Dotty? Or are you really called Dorothy? You could connect the Dotties. Very good, Chris, very good. I used to love them when I was a kid. You know, connect the dots. Oh, yeah. You're just mental. You're on the right page then, Dotty. I would hate to think that any of my subscribers were completely normal. If so, why are they here? You have to be slightly wacky to be on here at all. Oh, dear. Why? Oh, do you know, this is annoying me, this. Every time I crochet it, it splits into one. You know, when you crochet, I don't know whether you ever crocheted two together. Knitting two together is easy, but crocheting two together, every time you go through the loop, you lose one of the strands. Ah, I should be glad when I finish this. And I'm not doing another virus show for a while. You can tell it's cutting my finger. You know, when you add tension across my finger. You call them dot to dot, yeah. I used to like doing them. Oh, that electric, yeah, oh, I put it away again. It was giving me a migraine. I could see it out the corner of my eye flashing. Dot to dot, yeah. When I was at the other house, it was behind me and I couldn't see it flashing. But when it was here at the back, I could see it flashing like that, and it was giving me ocular migraine because I was kind of staring at it, if you know what I mean. So it's gone back into the other room. It's not switched on in the other room, it's just in the window bottom, looking decorative. I didn't mind it when I was in Presswich because I kind of wasn't looking at it, if you know what I mean. It was kind of the side of me. You could all see it, but I couldn't. I used to like the fibre optic one I had. It was like fibre optic and it used to change colour. It was really pretty, that. But it went sort of dirty looking. I tried washing it, but it didn't work. I might get another one. And I like those, they're really retro, aren't they? Those white globs of oil that go up and down. What do they call them? They're like that shaped lamp. They've got blobs in, and as it warms, it goes up to the top and then it comes back down again. I don't know I forget what they're called now. A lava lamp, that's the one. I like them. I've never crocheted a rug. I'd be frightened. I trip over me at anything. So I'd be frightened I'd trip over it. Yeah, lava lamps, I love them. But the one I like is the fibre optic. It just looks like a big spray of flowers. That was pretty. But I didn't bring. I might get another one when I get some money. Ha ha ha! Money, what is money? Oh, money, money, money. Must be funny. I haven't, Dottie. No, I don't think I've got the patience. I've not got, I don't think I have the, especially that and slow stitching. I haven't even got the patience for cross stitch. I know Sophie does, and so does Denise, or Denise Dear. She does cross stitching, and of course Enid does, and Lizzie does as well. But I've not got the patience for anything like that. It's very pretty. I haven't got the eyesight anyway for hand stitching. It's like fine crochet. I can't do that anymore because I can't hold the cottons, they're too thin, and the hook. Oh, we had one at Christmas. We used to get Santa Claus and lights and everything. Luckily, it was in the conservatory, so I didn't have to sit and look at it. And when I was impressed with it, there was one that used to have it in the garden, and it used to go all across the front of their house. And that was like Santa Claus and all things like that. It's a wonder it never got stolen, actually, because he used to put it in the garden. Very trusting. No, ours was in the conservatory. We had a very big conservatory at the time, if you remember. And it used to be like snowflakes, Father Christmas, Christmas trees, holly berries. The kids used to love it. My son's grandkids used to love it. I've got astigmatism. That's why I can't play ball games. I go like that with my bat and it flies past. Everybody thinks that I've got a hole in the bat because I can't track. It's something to do with your eyes won't track. Hi, Ethan. No, I get ocular migraine if anything flashes. I'm not epileptic or anything. That's why that light bothers me. It doesn't bother anybody else, apparently, but it bothers me. I've got to go for an eye test. I rang up the patient transport and she said, I was there hanging on for ever in a day. When I got through, she goes, can't book it, she says. Can't book so far in advance. I thought, it's only a week. She said, you have to ring back after the 20th. I thought, ugh. Right, okay. No, I can't play computer games because that makes my eyes go weird. I get ocular migraine. You don't get the headache, but you get the visual disturbance, and that makes you feel sick. It's like flashy lights like that across your eyes, and then I lose the vision in one eye. Yeah, I've got ocular migraine, yeah. Stigmatism. That's why I can't wear contact lenses. Not that I need them now since I had my eyes lasered, but yeah, you have to have special contact lenses if you've got astigmatism. Yeah, my eyes don't track apparently. But apparently when you've been born with that, you don't notice because you're that used to your eyes not tracking. My eyes focus by a big exaggeration here. When I look up, apparently my eyes do that before they stop. So as you get older, the muscles in your eyes get worse. It's macular degeneration. So the worse it goes, if I look up at something, I have to focus on it because you'll find I'll stare like that at anything. That's why I can't play games. And I can't play computer games. My son used to say, you're too slow, you're too slow. I couldn't, track anything. I mean, it was only like Pac-Man when I used to try to play it, but I couldn't do it. I'd never do these computer games like the kids do, where they have to fire at things. I'd be firing at things that they'd be long gone, My tracking is not there. But hey ho, I survived. I'd have never made a bomber, would I? In the war. Target would be gone. I'll be shooting at something else. 2, 3. Can't be inherited because my dad was a gunner in the war. So he obviously could fire at the right target. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mary at the cottage door. 5, 6, 7, 8. Don't know what that is. I think it's who do we appreciate it. It's wearing a groove in my finger, this stuff. It's like crochet with twine. 100. I was watching somebody on the telly the other day. They were talking about during the war. And she said she was born in 1940 something or other. And I thought, well, I was born in 45 and I don't remember anything. So I thought, how can she remember? I got told what it was like. Maybe that's what she's getting confused with. But I actually... Yeah, this pink yarn, I tell you. You could saw through the bars of the prison bars with this stuff. It doesn't say on the label what it's made of. I think it must be like nylon or something. Do you remember that? If you're old, you remember the nylon that they used to sell on the markets, and you knitted slippers with it and market bags with it. It reminds me of that. Yeah, they used to sell it. It was like strips of nylon. I don't know whether anybody else remembers it. And it was always like lime green or fluorescent orange. And they used to sell it in hank things on the market. And you knitted slippers with it. Or like those market bags. They tickle me with them market bags. Have you ever tried to put anything in a market bag? You plunge to the ground. You finish up dragging your shopping home. Pepper soup? Huh? Pepper soup. I've never had pepper soup. Well, it's not soup weather at the moment, is it? So the soup maker's been retired for the summer. I need to get some salad. I'm so lazy. I hate going shopping. Don't know anybody else hates going food shopping. I hate it. Passata. What's passata? Is it tomato puree? Passata. What do I think about? I mean, my gran. Oh, strained tomatoes in a packet, passata. Yeah, I thought I'd remembered something about it. My gran, was like bedbound from being about 70. All women used to be old about 70 back in the day, didn't they? I mean, she was downstairs in her bed for about the last 10 years of her life, and so she was only about 80 when she died. Whereas people today that are 80 are quite young, and well, I think I am anyway. I'm not quite 80 yet, but my way there. But I don't think of myself as being old. Maybe it's just mental. When I look at my mum, like when I was a little girl, she looked like an old woman. She looked younger when she got older, if you know what I mean. When I was a little girl, she used to dress in such old-fashioned clothes, and her hair was old-fashioned, and her glasses were old-fashioned. And I mean, you think she was probably in her 50s, and she looked like she was about 70. Yeah, most of my crafty friends are in their 70s. Some are in their 80s. There's a couple of young ones like Sarah and that, yeah. Yeah, you were middle-aged when you were 50, weren't you? But I think a middle-aged is about 70 now. Even though we're not going to live to 140, are we? But, if you said to somebody at 50 that they were middle-aged, they'd be quite insulted, wouldn't they? Oh, I'm getting fed up with this. It's making my hands hurt. Yeah, I didn't bring anything else to do. I've got that green, that cardigan I'm doing. That's in a bag in the front room. Yeah, virus show, yeah. It's the wool though, it's stiff, it's hurting my hands. I was hoping to finish it tonight, but I don't think I will because it's hurting my hand. It's digging a groove in that finger. It's really sore where it's running across. I must tension with that finger. I don't know why I learnt to tension on my finger because I don't think my mother does. Have you ever tried one of those tension rings? I've never worked them out. My goodness, that was a noisy car. A noisy car just went past up the street. Needs to get its exhaust sorted out. 1, 2, 3, 4. A cricket. I've never used anything like that, cricket machines and stuff. I'm not very adventurous as far as crafting's concerned, yeah. I keep saying I'd like to learn a different craft, but please don't say 5D. Yeah, somebody else I don't know whether I gave it away. I think I got a tension ring once as a free gift with something. But I couldn't get the hang with it. The free gift with crocheting this week was a bumblebee, a key ring bumblebee. But you have to crochet, of course. But it was the kit. They're really crafty, though. You can't give these little kits to anybody because the pattern's actually in the magazine. So you'd have to print the pattern out. I don't know where I tension across those fingers. But if you don't tension, how do you keep your tension for your crocheting? If you don't wrap it round your finger. I've got it wrapped around my little finger somehow or another. I've got that finger stuck up in the air and I've got it wrapped around my little finger. But it's that finger there that's getting the... Yeah, I just don't... They don't work for me. I just don't understand them. It's like a thimble. My mother could never sew anything without a thimble. She couldn't even sew a button. You know, when I was going to school and I'd suddenly discovered that a button was missing on my blouse, and she's going, "Oh, I need my thimble, I need my thimble." And I'm like, "Just sew my button on my blouse, Mum, I'm in a rush." She couldn't do anything without a thimble. Yeah, if I put a thimble on, I push the needle through with a different finger. My friend does that mosaic crochet. I've never got the hang of that at all. She made my other friend a blanket of a cat, but you have to hold it up, you know, to see that it's a cat. I don't know why I can't use a thimble. Yeah, you only go one direction. You've got all these ends at the end, like a fringe. I've done, you know, like colour work in crochet. You know, like a kind of a fair isle. But I can't, no, the mosaic, it's just, it's kind of too much hassle for me. My friend's done loads of it. I've done loads of fair isle crochet. Colour work, as they call it these days. You have to change the name of everything, don't they? We used to call it fair isle. What are you talking about? I think we've got a whistle. Yeah, my friend's done a few. She's done a baby blanket and all sorts. As I said, she's done my friend one, like a blanket in black and white of a cat. And you have to hold it up really to see it. She did the first one she did. She sold it. It was like a a log cabin, you know, with trees behind it. It was really pretty, but you know, you'd be better off making it as a wall hanging, I think, because that's the only way you can see it. You have to stand back and look at it. It's too complicated for me, I think. I'd rather just stick to fair art or colour work, as they call it these days. My friend always does like an enclosed seam, you know, that she leaves she leaves all the strands like sticking out, and then she covers them over like a doubled edging, so she doesn't have to stitch all the ends in. Tra la 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 la. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of things in crochet that I've not tried. That Bavarian crochet, I can do it, but my God, it doesn't half eat the wool. In fact, they did one, didn't they, called the wool eater blanket. It's like Bavarian crochet, like going behind, and it's very pretty when it's done, but it doesn't have to take a lot of wool. Yeah, I tried it, a sample of it, that Bavarian crochet. I did a little bit of it and thought, no, not for me. It takes a lot of wool though, doesn't it, that Bavarian? I'm funny like that. If I don't get on with the stitch, I don't know whether you're the same. I've bought crocheting patterns and I just try them, and if I don't get on with doing the stitch, I just can't do it. I mean, at one time I would never let a pattern beat me. I think I'll do it if it kills me, you know, but now I think, no, I'm not enjoying this. And if I'm not enjoying it, I don't do it. Life's too short to crochet things that you don't like doing. Yeah, I just get bored with certain stitches, you know, if it's too complicated. And if it's one where you've got to think, it's got like so many different rows to the pattern and it doesn't click with you. You know, some patterns can have lots of rows to the pattern, but yet you can follow it, you can see it, you can see which way it's going. But some patterns you think, oh gosh, it's just not going in. And if it doesn't go in, I can't do it. As I say, at one time I would struggle and I would carry on and I would do it, but now, no. I have to enjoy doing it. For me, crocheting is all about the enjoyment of doing the actual stitches. You know, the repetitiveness. This is what I find soothing. I mean, it's good for everybody to slow down and just... I've never tried that. Is it called nooking? I don't mean nookie. Talking about nooking. It's got like a hook at one end and a knitting needle at the other. It's weird. Yeah, but if you enjoy... I enjoy crocheting. And if I'm not enjoying it, then to me it's a chore. It's like doing something that you hate doing, like, well, cleaning the oven out for something like that. I mean, you don't clean the oven out, do you, for peace and quiet and stimulate your brain? You clean the oven because you have to, don't you? I have to enjoy crocheting, otherwise I don't want to do it. It does not give me joy. Oh, broomstick crocheting, no. Mine always didn't line up properly. I think you have to do it in quite thick yarn because otherwise it twists and spiders on itself, and it doesn't look nice if it does that. You need quite a substantial yarn to do that. Something like Red Heart would be great for broomstick crochet because it stands up on its own, that stuff, doesn't it? But if you're using ordinary double knitted, it's too flopsy. Yeah, my arthritis does bother me, but it's worse if I don't do it. Does that sound funny? They tell me not to do it because it hurts. But then if you don't use your hands, then it's worse. They told my mum not to do it, and she tried not doing it for a couple of months, and her hands just locked up. They were 10 times worse than they were. She said, oh, I'd rather have the pain and keep doing it. It's my wrist that starts to hurt, that bone there. Oh, I don't know. I've not bought any yarn for absolutely ages. The only thing I bought some from, the Naked Sheep in Cleveland because I needed a particular colour. Otherwise, you've seen what I've got in my garage. There's too much there. I've got to live till I'm 100 to use part of it. I might put some of it on eBay. Just depends. I haven't decided yet. Haven't decided. Trouble is, I don't like parting with any of it. I think, oh, that's pretty. That'd make a lovely cardigan. Oh, yeah, that's lovely. I'd make a nice shawl with that. I find it very difficult to part with any of it because obviously I liked it when I bought it. So I don't go in there and think, what did you buy that for? I don't like that. I'll sell that. I don't like it. Very rare. I just like looking at it. Thinking, what can I make with that? I was looking for a certain pattern. Today I couldn't find it. It'll be in the shed. It'll be in the garage. Keep calling it the shed. I've actually got my tag that says Janet She Shed. Maybe I should put that on the garage. Just confuse everybody. I love to sit and look at all the colours in the garage. I like to look at all the wool I've got. It gives me joy. It's like, I don't know. I don't look at it and think, gosh, you've got too much. I look at it and think, oh, I could make that with that, and I could make this with that. So I find it very difficult to part with any of it. Yeah, I've got my label. It says Janet She Shed. I think I'll put it on the outside of my garage, on this, the side that faces my courtyard. I can't call it a garden. It isn't one. Hello, Enid. Yeah, I've got a she garage now, not a she shed. Talked with Sue. Yes, I talked with her last week, actually. I talk to her about at least once or twice a month. She's very busy. I can never find her in. She's either working or she's out doing the garden. She's got a massive garden where she's living, with lots of vegetables and fruit trees and everything in it. Yeah, you can't buy it for what I bought my yarn for. At least now I don't have to buy any yarn if I want to do anything. It's just certain colours are missing, you know, you think, well, I'd like this colour or that colour and it's not there. That's the only time I buy yarn. But I had a dress on the other day and I couldn't find a cardigan that matched it. You know, I'm like matchy. All I could find was black to go with it. And my friend said, oh, it's not like you to wear black cardigan. So I found some pink. That's why I wanted to find that chunky pattern to crochet with. Although I might knit it. I know, those days are gone, Dottie. I can't afford yarn hauls anymore. Well, I used to do it with ice yarn and, of course, the import duty and the whatever, the tax and everything. It's just made it out of my price range now. And it was when I used to crochet and sell. And, I mean, I haven't sold anything in a long time. I've still got piles of crochet to sell. But it won't be like it used to be. I just want to sell it and get rid of it now. I won't be selling it and, getting orders anymore. Because I don't want any orders. I always got the massive women wanting me to make them something in full ply. I mean, full ply is fingering, So I got fed up with it. It was like crocheting a blanket. Yeah, I used to do yarn hauls. Me and Sue used to order from Ice Yarn all the time, yeah. A lot of the stuff I've got in the shed was what I bought when I used to get from yarn sales. Our charity shops never have any yarn at all. Yeah, you said that, Enid. How's it doing? My arm's hurting now. Oh. Is it recovering well? You're still recovering. I hope they're going to pay for it. Hope you've got the owners to pay for it. There's a lot of dogs in Fleetwood that are not on leads, and there's always problems. Every week there's one on the Facebook page where a dog's been bitten and the owner's beggared off and denied all knowledge and all that jazz. No, I don't miss the dogs at all, Glenda. The little one was a pain in the neck. Maybe miss Rosie a little bit, but no, not really. People have said to me, am I going to get a pet? But I can't look after one. I can't walk one. Can't afford all the vet bills, so no. I think every country's got rabies. Yeah, that's the trouble with treats. They put weight on the dogs. Yeah, rabies is rare in the UK, but it's not unknown, but it is rare. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la. Yeah, I used to give mine chicken and things. Because the dog treats are loaded up with all sorts, yeah. Oh, Gigi. Gigi had a heart attack. Luckily, he wasn't with me when he died. Yeah, I found a picture the other day of your charity, yeah. You sent me a message saying Charity says hello to Gigi. Yeah, they've got two more now, two more dogs. But of course, I haven't seen them because I don't live near them anymore. They got a brother and a sister. No, I'm glad he was playing with them on the bed and then he just died. Apparently, they found out he had a heart murmur that they didn't know anything about them. Oh, Gigi, yeah. I'm so glad he didn't die when I had him, though. Oh, dear. Can you imagine if I'd have had him? It was when COVID was around and they weren't working anymore. So they didn't want me to dog sit him because they were at home. So I didn't have him. And they were playing with him on the bed and everything was fine. And he just collapsed and he died. I mean, at least he didn't have a horrible death, if you know what I mean. Yeah, Gigi was attacked by a staffy. He got bitten really badly by a staffy. Damaged the tendons in his leg and all his insides, all his innards were hanging out. All his intestines were hanging out. Oh, poor little soul. Obviously, he survived that, but he was only 8 as well. She's no age for a chihuahua because they live till they're 20 or so, yeah. Yeah, we lost our puppy to cancer. Well, we lost Sky. Oh, Gigi, yeah, he fell off. He fell off something, not with me, thankfully, and hurt his leg, and he had to have 2 operations on his leg. It cost him a fortune. But I'm surprised that they never picked up he had a heart murmur. All the surgeries he'd had. But that's what they found out was wrong with him when he just died. It was like 1 minute he was there, next minute he was gone. I mean, he was their baby. They didn't have children, so he was their baby. So they were heartbroken, obviously, when he went. He phoned me up. I just moved here, actually. Well, I just moved to Fleetwood. He phoned me up in tears, his daddy. He was heartbroken. He was my little cuddle bunny, he was. Yeah, he used to cuddle up to me. My little G. He was the boss of the other dogs, tell you. Oh, Gigi was my baby, yeah. But he was so funny that, there was 2 Rottweilers, there was a boxer cross, and there was 2 dogs next door. So sometimes there'd be like 6, 7 dogs in the house. Gigi was the boss. He was the boss of them all. His parents used to say, "Oh, be careful with him, with those big dogs." And I said, "He's the boss." I said, "He bosses them about." I said, "He didn't bother about them." His parents thought he'd get bitten, you know, these big dogs. No, he was the boss. I've run out of another. There's never 2 ounces on these balls, you know. There were 9 balls, I think, when she gave me. I've used 7 of them on this show. Oh dear. I'm going to be down in knots in this thing. Yeah, I've still got my dogs as well, Ariel's dogs as screensaver on my phone. It was Rosie more than anything, but I had to put the other one on. Our Poppy taught Rosie what to do, because we still had Poppy when we got Rosie. But sadly, Poppy died with cancer. You never used to hear about dogs having cancer, did you? But they do now. No, I'm not missing the dogs at all. I'm never in to miss the dogs. They were never my dogs anyway. I missed my dog more than anybody. I miss Buster. Well, I hope he's paying, the owner. I hope he's paying for all this. And his dog got... You should have a muzzle on it if it's going to be like that. As they say, there's no such thing as a bad dog, it's a bad owner. I mean, none of ours have ever attacked anybody. No, when I moved in here, the next door said to me, "They're not your dogs, are they?" And I went, "No." He said, "Thank God for that." Because Rosie was all the time. I was moving in. I don't know why I'm hungry, because I had my tea. So I'm feeling pecky. Excuse me, yawning my head off. It's not even 11 o'clock. I've got another hour to go, yeah? Yeah, but he should be paying for the vets. Shouldn't be up to you to pay for the vet. Their dog did all the damage. Oh, he probably will. Yeah, they always do. They do that over here. The dog that bit Gigi. He riddled out of it, said it wasn't his dog and it was his friend's dog and he didn't know where he was and all that jazz. The Frenchy tricks about. No, that was Rosie that came for a bit of peace. The Frenchy was a pain in the neck. The Frenchy was Trixabel. Oh dear, I need a drink of water. It was Rosie that came in. Black dog. She came. She used to go in my bedroom. The Frenchy was Trixabel, yeah. And the other one was Rosie. Rosie used to go in my bedroom out the way. She used to sleep on my bed. She used to push the door open and go in the bedroom, yeah. No, you can only sue. You can't sue them. They have to pay. You can't sue against their insurance. No, I don't think. Not in England. You can't anyway. I don't know what it's like. Rosie, she was a mixture of all sorts. She was part lurcher and part poodle, would you believe? She was a Romanian street dog. Yeah. Yeah, don't use those words on here. You might get me banned. They won't ban you, they'll ban me. Yeah, our Rosie. I don't think I've got any pictures of our Rosie. Hang on, what's I got? Should be way back if I have pictures of Rosie. Where's she gone? Thought I had loads of pictures of her, but I can't find any. Oh, that's Trixie. I don't know, I can't find pictures of Rosie. I took plenty of her. She was always around somewhere. That was Rosie. You can't see her, that's her back view. That was Rosie. That was Trixie. Trixie Bell. Yeah, there they were together. Rosie and Trixie Bell. Fast asleep on the sofa, as usual. Can't find my favourite picture of her. Ah, there she is. There she was. There's Rosie. That's when she'd had her hair cut. She didn't look like Rosie. She had her hair cut. She looked shaved. Oh, I miss my porch. That porch was lovely. Me decking. I used to spend half my life out on that decking. It was always lovely. But apparently this house is a sun trap as well. My niece said to me, "You've done it again, haven't you? You've got a house that's a sun trap." The back garden is gorgeous. Well, the back courtyard is gorgeously warm, yeah. No, I'd like company of an animal, but it isn't fair when I'm never in. So it'd be on its own an awful lot. Because I can't take it to the library with me and I can't take it to knit club. So, it would be on its own too much. So that's why I wouldn't have one. Plus the fact the insurance on dogs is really dear. And you have to have insurance, because of vet bills and that. But even with insurance, you've got to pay a fortune to take your dog to the vet these days. I think I should have trained to be a vet or a dentist or even a plumber. I don't know why anybody wants to go to university when they should learn a trade. Because electricians and plumbers and everything. You know, people were trying to say to me, get white mice or get a rat or something. I'm going, no, I don't want one, thank you. Don't want a cat either, because it's a main road, so a cat would probably get run over. Who's sending me pictures or something on messages? Somebody's sending me something. Oh, a cute little face, Enid. Your sweet little face. It's the way they look at you, dogs, isn't they, with the little soulful eyes, yeah. Vets cost a bomb. Honestly, you're scared to take your dog to the vet. It's like, I don't know how much just before you go through the door, isn't it? No, if I had another dog, I'd have a Chihuahua. At least you can pick them up and carry them. You get them out of the way of anything. But as I said, I wouldn't want to leave it on its own, so that would mean I'll be stopping in too much, yeah. Yeah, I know that feeling, because Buster's back legs went. And I used to have to practically carry him up the steps because he wanted to go to bed when I went to bed. So he had a dog bed upstairs, yeah. So helping him up the stairs was murder. Because he was a big dog. At least the Chihuahua, you could pick him up and put him in your coat, you know. He used to go everywhere with me. I had him in a dog carrier at the front, like a baby carrier. I used to carry him everywhere, take him shopping and everywhere. He didn't like me taking him in shops, but at least he was inside, you know, my coat kind of thing. I think Buster had a bit of dementia, you know, he got a bit strange. He used to stand and stare at the wall, you know, and you think, what's he looking at? Oh, my hands hurting, my arms hurting. And I wanted to finish this because I'm sick of it. When they get to a certain stage, these virus shawls, and they get bigger, I get fed up with them. But I hate having projects, you know. You know, these people who are about. I watched Denise the other day and she's cast on so many blooming cast ons, and I'm like, why? Why do you want to cast on so many cast ons? I can't deal with it. I've got 2 on the go. That's all I've got on the go, and that's one too many. I want to make an emotional support chicken. My friend said, you've got the pattern, why don't you make it? I said, because I'm doing the show. I said, I'm not starting anything else till I've done this show. I can't deal with having too many things. I just can't deal with it. Some people do. Some people like flitting about, you know, from one project to the other. I don't. I like to finish something. Yeah, it's a guy I follow on Facebook. He just lost one of his. She was 20 and a half. Mia, she was called. She had sundowners, yeah. Yeah, I've got the crochet pattern. I don't know whether the knitted one would be easier. All right, Val, I forgot you were still here. Love, you've been very quiet. Yeah, I need to make an emotional chicken and I can hug it. But I want to finish this shawl first before I start any emotional chickens. Otherwise, I will be emotional. I'll be emotional making it. You had the knitted one, did you? Well, I've got the crochet one. I think it's because I've seen Davina doing hers. No, my Buster's back legs went completely from underneath him. He couldn't support himself. Yeah, I'll be emotional making it. I will, yeah. Yeah, I got the crochet one because of Davina. She's done a crocheted one. And she said how easy it was to make. So I thought, well, I'll do that one then. But I want to do the right colours. I don't want it just any old colours. I want them to coordinate. You know what I'm like. It started off in America, didn't it? In a shop in America, a wool shop. She made a chicken. And she found out that everybody was hugging this chicken. So that's when she decided to make the pattern and make. They sell kits in over in America from this wool shop, but it's really well, I mean, I couldn't get one. I'd have to pay postage, import duties, and God knows what else. That's one reason why I won't start my Etsy shop. I thought about it, but then when I started to do a kind of posting, it started saying, your postage is too high and people in America won't buy unless you do postage free. And I'm like, oh, forget it. Forget it. I can't do postage free to America. What the heck? I've got a snag on my nail. It's going to rip. Where's my nail file? Where's my nail file? Lost it. If I don't catch it now, it's going to rip across my nail. It's catching on this flipping wool. It's probably this flipping wool that's done it. I don't know where my nail file is. Oh, sugar. I can't get up now. There it is. Oh, it's that Timu one. Look at that. Oh, the grit went off it the first time I used it. It's a Timu one. There's no grit left on it. It's just like trying to file your nail with. There's no grit on it at all. Can't file my nail with it. I don't know why I bother keeping it. What a rubbish thing this is. Oh, I found a bit that's got some grit left on it. Oh no, it's broken. Oh God. Why can I not find a nice nail file? Don't get any nail files off Temu. They're just a load of rubbish. There's no grit. It's just worn off. It's completely smooth. It's supposed to be a diamond. Bloody nail file. I'll be better off with a box of matches. It's going in the bin, this nail file. With all the rest of the stuff I bought from Temu. Oh, it's got rid of it anyway. Oh, I've seen a nail. Have you ever seen? Can you see? There's no grit left on it. It's just worn off completely. Can you see? All the grit's worn off. Waste of time. I only bought from them once and I won't buy from them again. A lot of rubbish. They actually wanted to send me some free stuff for me to do a review, and I wouldn't do it. I said, no, thank you. They said, you can pick what you want and we'll send it you, as long as you do a review on your channel. I said, no, thank you, I don't want to. My friend said, oh, you mad, you should have done it. I said, no, I didn't want any of their stuff. I've not ordered from them since. Everything I've ordered's gone in the bin, I think. I want a big folding table for the garden, so I can use it for planting stuff and that. But it's on my list of things I would like. Put it on my wish list, on Amazon, hoping that somebody will look at my wish list on Amazon. Oh dear. Well, somebody obviously did, because I got bought. I don't know whether I've shown it to everybody. Somebody sent me a gift on my Ko-fi to get myself a wind chime for the garden. So I ordered this, and I ordered a sun catcher, but that's not coming till tomorrow. Isn't that pretty? Got all these. I wanted one that didn't make too much noise so that it wouldn't annoy the neighbours. It's got to be hung in the garden. So I was really surprised when I opened up my Ko-fi and found that I had. Somebody sent me that and said they were going to get me a wind chime from Amazon, but they didn't know how to order it. So they sent me the money via Ko-fi. So I ordered it for myself. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Used the money that they sent me. Whee! Yeah, I've found a couple of folding tables that are on Amazon that I wanted to get for the garden. But yeah, it was kind of. I was really surprised. I mean, I do get the odd, coffee now and again. I get that. But that was really nice. I just opened it up and thought, it said somebody has sent you a coffee gift, expecting it to be like for a coffee, like people do. And it was, no, she said she wanted to send me a wind chime. I thought, oh, how sweet. Da-da-da-da-da. What's that knitting? Yeah, it's knitting. Couldn't make me mind if it was knitted. Nathan. He did. Yeah, I used to have a massive big table on the decking, and I brought it with me, but it got broken. The glass got smashed on it. I used to use it for doing my blocking and everything. I really missed it. Yeah, didn't want one that made too much noise. Because, you know, when you get a lot of wind, it's very irritating to your neighbours if they get these wind chimes clanging away there. I used to have a neighbour that had a really noisy wind chime. It got on my nerves. It used to be clang, clang, clang all day long. They were out at work, so they never heard it. It was me that had it clanging in the ear all day long. So when I got that, I thought, no, I'm going to get something pretty rather than noisy. So I'm quite happy with that. I've got to decide where I'm going to hang it now. I don't have trees or anything in, you know, to hang it from. I've got 2 hanging baskets to fill with flowers, but I've nowhere to hang the hanging baskets. See, if I had electric drill or anything, I could get those hangers, you know, that you put on. I could drill holes in the garage and put, you know. But I don't have an electric drill. And I've seen those, you know, like you get a pole thing like that with 2 hangers on, but they go into the ground with spikes, and I don't have any ground to stick them in. Maybe I could hang them on the washing line pole. That'd annoy next door. Yeah, I did look at that, the bamboo ones. I've got a wind chime in the house, actually. I bought it to go outside, but it had brass things. And, oh, God, it made such a noise. So I hung it inside instead. I just don't want to upset neighbours. It's all right if you like Bealtine Cottage, where she lives in the middle of Ireland, in the middle of nowhere. She can have as many wind chimes as she wants, can't she? I left behind one of my wind chimes. It was lovely and all. I had it when I was in Prestwich. It was all like leaves in different coloured glass. And that made a lovely tinkly noise, and I forgot it when I came. I left it hanging on the tree. A lot of things I forgot. Yeah, well, my neighbours are quite, you know, I mean, next door to me, adjoining, I don't hear him at all. He's very quiet. And next door the other way, they're quite nice neighbours. So I don't want to irritate anybody with a clanging, blinking wind chime. But I got a pretty one instead. As I say, tomorrow I need to finish doing some planting. Yeah, good neighbours, yeah. My son used to be glued to that when he was a teenager. He used to rush home from school to watch it. That was in the days of Kylie Minogue and Jason Donovan, wasn't it? Back in the day. Yeah. I never really watched it. I used to watch. I used to read, watch Paint and Place. If you remember that, Ryan O'Neill and forget who else was in it. Then, of course, we all watched Dallas and Dynasty, or Dynasty, as you say in America. It was Dynasty over here with the massive shoulder pads. Got a bit silly at the end, didn't it, with Bobby Ewing when he died, and then they brought him back and said it was all a dream. No, I remember the Waltons. Used to watch that. So, good night, Jim Bob. Joe Bob. Good night, Mary Ellen. Good night. But mostly, I think he used to watch the Clampets. Oh yeah, the Little House on the Prairie. The Clampets was the one I used to watch most. The Beverly Hillbillies, yeah. Bonanza. Woo! Used to like a bit of Bonanza. They don't have programs like that anymore. Oh yeah, Ariane used to love the Dukes of Hazzard, yeah. I'm not sure if it was because of Daisy Duke and little shorts, but or whether he just liked the cars. And I used to watch Starsky and Hutch. We never missed one of them either. But there's nothing now on that I would never miss. You know, we never missed episodes of these things. But I can't think of anything now that's on nowadays that everything's too woke, isn't it? Too people are frightened of saying anything. Yeah, car keys and clutch, Ariane used to call them. Instead of Starsky and Hutch. Yeah, I knitted that many Starsky jackets for everybody. You know, those jackets with the collars on. Yeah, the Waltons, yeah. I never watched Young's Daughters or Sons and Daughters or the Young Doctors. Never watched them. But nowadays, there's nothing on that you would watch, is there? Apart from The Simpsons. But there used to be loads of things that nobody would miss. You watched them every week, didn't you? Now I think nothing. Nowadays, you just get a series of about 6 of anything. And just when you get into it, they take it off, don't they? And then they'll say, oh, we're not renewing it. And you think, oh, that prison thing, yeah. Cell block something or other. I never watched that. Well, they used to lean on the prison walls and they used to move, yeah. They were supposed to be in prison, and like the walls used to. Yeah. We used to watch that other thing that was set in Port Merion. Was it called The Prisoner, wasn't it? I never did get the hang of what he was running away from or whatever. I used to watch it and I hadn't got a clue what it was all about. But when you think of all the good programs we used to watch, like Z Cars and things like that, Minder. I used to watch the other one with Martin Clunes where he was with, what's that other bloke called? Men Behaving Badly. I watched all of them. But nowadays, it's just, I don't know. Neil Morris, that's the one. There's nothing good on anymore. Every night I look on Radio Times to see what I'm missing, and there's nothing on at the minute that I'm watching. Everything I did watch is gone off at the moment, or it's all repeats of everything. You look and you think, oh, Vera, no, I've seen it. Then you look, oh, such a thing, seen it. I never watched Sons and Daughters. I don't know why. Never did watch it. I'm going to finish at the end of this pattern row, I think. My head's itchy. I hope I haven't got any green fly or anything in it. You'll tack the high road and I'll tack the low road. I know, my head suddenly got itchy. I hope it's not like little green flies or whatever they are. Fruit flies or something. I haven't got nits, you're all right. I washed my hair. And the woman at Knit Club made me itch. She says, oh, what's in your hair? And I went, what? I said, is it a spider? What is it? And she goes, oh, no, it's a dark bit where your dye's mist. But then she got me paranoid then. I thought there was a spider in my head. So she got me itching and itching. I don't know. When it's bad weather, I think. And I'm going to start on the doll's house. I'm not doing indoor things while the weather's nice. It'll soon change and it'll soon be raining. So there's time. I haven't set the knitting machine up yet either. There's time for all that when the weather goes bad. It's winter projects, them indoor projects. Knitting machine, sewing machine, doll's house, winter programme. It's too heavy for me to carry outside, yeah. Oh, the doll house. No, it's the doll's house. My big doll's house, I need to paint it. It's pink and I don't like pink. It's going to be like an aubergine colour. Yeah, I don't sit out in the sun. I'm not very good at sitting in the sun. But I sit in the conservatory where it's nice and warm. And I usually read when I'm in there. And then I fall asleep. But I'm not wasting the nice weather by painting a doll's house. There'll be plenty of time for that when it's cold and wet and horrible, which it will be. At least I can do it here. I mean, the carpet's ruined in the spare bedroom anyway, so I couldn't afford to replace it, so it doesn't matter if I splash a bit of paint on it. There's a lot of things I couldn't afford to do when I moved in here, but it'll get done eventually. Rome wasn't built in a day. It's like painting. I mean, you know, there's a lot of it wants painting. Everywhere wants painting, but I've got a lot of furniture in my doll's house because I had another doll's house, if you remember. I gave that one away to a nursery when I was moving house. That was pink as well. Why do they always think little girls want pink? Oh, oh, dear me, stop yawning, Janet. I'm waking up tired and I don't know why. I've got my CPAP machine and I'm getting to bed. I'm just waking up really tired. When I've done this next row, I'm going to stop. I've had enough. I don't care how small it is. It's big enough for a shawl, I think. Oh, oh my goodness me. I've gone chilly for some unknown reason. It shouldn't be chilly, it's not cold. I'm always like this when the sun goes down. I don't think my solar lights are working. I think I need to switch them on. But they're probably not charged up because they only got put up this afternoon. You've got to charge before you switch them on. I'll switch them on tomorrow. I think you've got to press the button if you want them to come on at night, or you press another button if you want them to stay on all the time, which I don't. But I think the other solar light's just activated when you walk out. You know, they're activated by people, the solar lights. I don't go out in the dark, but it's just if I want to go to the bin, you know, I want it to come on. Or if anybody is in my yard, I want it to come on. 3, 4, 6, 8, 10. Now I've got an itch. This is stupid. Stop itching, you are not got nits. I can't get to our B&M at the minute. They're making the road pedestrianised. No, I don't think I'll have one either. I haven't looked, but... Oh, I don't know. I'll have to have a look, Chris. My friend's husband put them up for me this afternoon. I can read the instructions. I've still got the boxes, so... I know one of them you got to press a button. So I'll find out if they're working. But I know it said on them you have to let them charge up before they'll work, so I'm hoping they'll charge up. And then maybe work tomorrow. We shall see. I don't think I've got a raccoon anywhere near Shad. I think I'm all right. Might be a cat or a seagull, but oh, they're making a right racket at the moment, the seagulls. I don't know whether it's mating season or what, but they squawk, and one of them sounds like a baby crying, and then another one sounds like a cat. They're so noisy. I didn't think I'd get them as much, being a bit more inland, but still do. Still do. I don't feed them because next door, at the back of me, he hates them. He gets really cross. So I'm not encouraging them by feeding them. I've got a bird bath in the garden, but I keep my clothes pegs in it. I'd like one of them solar fountains, but that's another thing that may come next year. Maybe Father Christmas will bring me one. Maybe he won't as well. Maybe I'd ask for one for my birthday. Can I have a solar fountain, please? Yeah, they have them now. You just put water in like a tank thing and then they work. I mean, otherwise you'd have to have electricity and that. And I'm not running electricity across. So. Yeah, they have them on Amazon, solar fountains. I haven't found one I really like. Well, I have, but the £200, the ones I really like. So they won't be having one of them. So I shall see. Next year, maybe. You can't do your landscaping gardening all at once. You've got to do things as you can, as and when. But I had like a blank canvas when I came in here, so it's cost me a lot just trying to get plants for it and stuff. And little trees and things. Our other garden had a sundial. They'd left it behind. I don't think it was facing the right direction, though. I don't think it worked. She didn't give me that back or the Buddha. There was a Buddha in the garden as well. I'd like a nice statue thing for the front garden, although somebody might nick it unless I concrete it down. They had some beautiful ones at the garden centre. They were like lions and tigers and big things, and oh, such a price they were. I need somebody who's handy with pallets. They can build a wishing well or something out of pallets or something like that. I see people making fantastic things with pallets. Solar panelled air balloon. I want a camera on my garage. I've got a Ring doorbell, but it only faces my next door. It lets me know if the postman's there or something like that. But it doesn't look down the drive, which is what I want it to do, yeah. I'd rather, it pointing down the drive to see if anybody's walking up there. I mean, my side gate's locked and the garage is locked, so there's no way anybody should be able to get through unless they climbed over the gate. But it's still like, for security, I'd like a camera there. Yeah, I need hanging basket brackets. I need 2 of them. Maybe I can get my friend's husband to come with his drill and put them up for me. I haven't got electric drill. I'm not going to buy one just for the odd things I need one for. I'm not very DIY, as you probably gathered, so, having an electric drill is a bit of a luxury, really. I used to have one years ago, but it was one of those that you plugged in. I mean, now they're all cordless, aren't they? No, this was an old Black & Decker that plugged in. My ex-husband left it behind when he went, probably because it was so old. But now they've got fancy ones that take screws out and everything. Oh, gosh. Every tool known to man. This is definitely going to be my last row. I'm not doing any more. I don't care how big it is or how small it is. It is the end. I'll wash it tomorrow and hang it on the line, and then maybe it'll stretch, or maybe it'll soften. I'll stick it in. Oh, I don't have any comfort now. I just got to say I stick it in comfort, but I don't have any. Don't have any fabric softener. You probably sell it at the shop. I've got it's not a corner shop. It's in the middle of a row, but I call it a corner shop. Yeah, I could use hair conditioner. I suppose I've got that. The trouble is my hair conditioner is purple. I don't think that'll go down very well with a pink shawl. No, they've probably got fabric softener at the shop. Yeah, I've got purple. Mine's purple at the minute, Nathan. For blonde hair. So I don't think that'll go down well with a pink shawl. I don't think I've got any other. Oh, I might have a bit left. Yeah, I might have a bit left. I've just remembered. There's a scruffy bit left in me. L'Oreal, I think. Yeah, less brassy pink. No, I don't want to risk it. Oh, it's splitting. It's driving me mad. This is definitely the last row. I've had enough. If it's not big enough, it's tough. It's really hard going, making sure that you're pulling 2 loops through everywhere. it's not flowing easily. It's stiff. Be all right as a pair of slippers, this. Maybe that's what I should use the rest of it for, a pair of slippers. No, I've only got 2 balls left. It don't go very far, this stuff. The ball I've joined on is already half gone. And I've only just joined it on. The label says there's 2 ounces in each one, but there isn't. Oh. My arm's hurting. Oh, there's a loop on the row before where it's not caught through, but I'm not pulling it undone. I'll crochet it in. One of the stitches is split. Yeah, I'll be going in a few minutes. I just want to finish this row before I go, and then that's it. I can start. Maybe I can start my emotional chicken tomorrow. You never know. I might have an emotional chicken to show you by next week. You're making dinner. Now I'll probably have a piece of toast for my supper when I go off here, and a drink because I need to take my pills. My medication. Because I didn't take it this morning, so I've got to take it tonight. Hi, Lydia. Yeah, I'm just finishing my row off, my last row. No, I bought the pattern, Nathan. I bought a crocheted one. Crocheted emotional chicken pattern. Cost me £6, mind you, but I can't be doing with watching videos while I'm crocheting. Sounds okay, apart from the pasta. I don't like pasta. I don't mind the butterfly bow ones, but just a few in like a soup or a stew. I really don't like how people can sit and eat a plate of pasta. Ugh. I don't know how they do it. This row is never ending. Probably because it's the last row. It's never ending. Never ending story. What's that from? Probably something Disney by the sound of it. Your hat blew off. Sorry, but that sounds really funny, Lydia. It's from the Never-Ending Story, is it? Was it a Disney one? Gosh, I don't think I've seen it. I don't think I've seen the. I don't know why I'm humming the tune when I don't think I've seen the film. It was probably in the charts at some time or another. They usually are, aren't they? I'm a poor one for watching films. I've never watched half of anything that anybody watches. I've never even watched Jaws. Probably something like Le Mans or something. I have no interest in the Eurovision Song Contest. I can't tell you anything. Can't be doing with women screeching in foreign languages. Was it Le Mans? Oh, there you are. I think the last time I watched Eurovision Song Contest, ABBA won it. That's about the last time I ever watched it. And it used to be Sandy Shaw and Puppet on a String and Lulu. That's the only time I've watched it. God, at one time you wouldn't go out when it was on. But now, I think, nah, don't watch it. If you Google it, it will tell you, Linda. Who was that woman with a beard? Conchita or something was she called? Nearly done. Nearly done. And I don't care how big it is, it's big enough. It ain't getting any bigger. I'm really fed up with it now. If you told me who'd won Eurovision, I wouldn't know who it was. It's like when you read a headline, pop thing drummer has died, and you look it up and you think, I don't even know who that group was. Never even heard of them. I don't know who half of them are. I don't even know who's in the charts anymore. I probably wouldn't like them. I've officially got old when it comes to that. Blackpool probably looks a lot different. They didn't have drug addicts then and drunks on every corner, did they? I used to like Blackpool years ago when it was okay. I won't go near it now, even though it's only down the road. I could hop on a tram and be there in about 10 minutes, but I won't go. Linda loves Blackpool, but I don't. It used to be good, Blackpool, back in the 50s and 60s. I'm sure it weren't Sheila. Long grey hair. Well, it used to be the fashion. I used to have hair back in the day. I used to have a beehive. Took me ages to do a beehive, though. Or boom, bang, a bang, boom, bang, a bang. When you are near. Did you find out who won Eurovision? It won't be Britain, that's for sure. Last stitch. Yay! That's it now. Oh no, I've got to go up the side. Got to put an edging on it. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, I thought I'd finished. Oh. Yeah, that lacquer. We're talking about that hair lacquer. Do you remember when you had to pour it from a bottle into a squeezy bottle and it used to come out in great big clumps? And the mirror at the dance hall used to be covered in hair lacquer. I tell you, it wouldn't move in a tornado. The time they'd done spraying it with lacquer. It wasn't like fine hold like it is now. It was like shellac, wasn't it? It never moved. You could sleep on it and do everything, and it never moved. You did your hair on a Saturday, and it lasted well about the following Friday. Yeah, it didn't come in bottles like in spray cans like it used to. Yeah, my mother used to have her hair set every Friday. It never moved until the following week. I tell you, it was like shellac. Concrete, you could have knocked on it. Yeah, well, that was what it used to buy it in a liquid bottle and pour it into them squeezy bottles. But it didn't come out as a spray. It used to come out in a big clump. Get this big lump used to come on your hair. My dad used to say, go outside if you're going to spray that muck. Choking me in here. Yeah, metal tail combs. They were like lethal weapons. You could have stabbed somebody with one of them. It was like a stiletto. A metal tail comb. Everybody had one in your handbag. While you were doing your blinking back combing. So I wonder if we had any hair left. I'm trying to comb it out. Oh, geez, after you've back combed it, lacquered it. My wedding day. I had my hair up with like a false piece. Then I couldn't put my headdress on, so I had to comb it all out. And of course, combing it all out after it had been sprayed, it was like a bird's nest. So I was walking around at my reception wearing my headdress, and everybody kept saying, you can take it off now. And I think I can't, because my hair was such a mess underneath it. And I'd paid to have the hairdresser do it all beautiful, and then I couldn't put my hat on. It was a Juliet cap that was sat on the top. I couldn't put it on over the top of my hair. So I had to wear my headdress all through the reception. And everybody kept saying, take it off, take it off. But I couldn't. I was stuck with it. I'd forgotten about that. About having to wear everything for the reception. People were saying to me, don't you have a going away outfit? Aren't you going to change out your wedding dress? I'm like, no, staying as I am. Oh, you only had a wash and set once a week, unless you were really posh and you could afford to go twice. But most people only went once a week. And then every so often you'd have a perm. And boy, did those perms smell awful. You'd go somewhere and somebody go, who's had a perm? Twink, was it called? The home perm twink. My mother did me a home perm once. Oh, God. Yeah, you never read of anybody having a perm now, do you? You'd probably call it something different now. I used to have a body perm. It wasn't like a curly perm. Yeah, it was awful, wasn't it? The smell of a perm. Ooh. It was like walking past the chem lab at school. Austria one. Don't even know who Austria was. Yeah, I used to have a body perm. It was like a soft perm. They used to do it to give your hair some body if you had straight hair. My ex-husband had a curly perm once. It was all the fashion for all the men to have perms. Yeah, he had a head full of curl. It was like a massive, he looked like Graham Souness. Yeah, if you left them on too long, you had a frizzy mop. It was like, meet me at McDonald's. There must be still perms around because a lot of these women with these long curly hair, it's not natural, it can't be. They must call it something else now. They're like those wigs that the mum used to wear on the Golden Girls. Do you remember? Sophia. She used to have a tight perm, didn't she? Oh, I've reached halfway. Mm. Yeah, the Golden Girls. They didn't all get on, did they? They looked as though they did. They must be good actors. That bee that played Dorothy, she was supposed to be very awkward to work with. I don't watch Derek anymore. I got fed up with him snorting. And that, what do you call it? That humidifier or something he has on, buzzing away all the time. Yeah, she was supposed to be very difficult to work with, that bee Arthur. Oh, he snorts though all the time. I can't watch him. It just turns my stomach. I just can't watch him anymore. Oh dear. I said I'd finish before, but I nearly have now. Oh, I've run out of wool again. Another ball of wool to join on. Oh, flipping heck. You might like it, but it's a pig to work with. The colour's all right, but if you like pink, but I don't like pink. So pink is a colour you won't see me wear, unless it's a deep, shocking pink. I'm going to have so many ends to sew in with this flipping thing. It's rough. It's like crocheting with wire wool. It's really cut a hole in my finger near enough. It's some wool that I got given. It's just not soft at all. I didn't think it was this bad until I started using it. But it's like I've started, so I'll finish. I've still got 2 balls left. You certainly wouldn't use it for a baby, that's for sure. Not even a blanket. Cut his little toes. If it got this wrapped round its toe, it'd finish up losing a toe. But like a tourniquet. I'm crocheting this double, so it's driving me mad because I keep losing one thread behind. Yeah, I think the dog might complain, Nathan. Unless you want a pink dog. Somebody who likes pink. The other lady at Knit Club said, "Oh, it's beautiful colour." I went, "You wouldn't want it, Jean." Not even the nice colour, you wouldn't want it. She says, "Why?" I said, "Just feel it." And she goes, "Well, would it not soften with a bit of comfort?" I said, "I think it's beyond that. I think it's beyond a bit of comfort." I think your dog would complain, Nathan, if I made her a blanket with this. She'd probably chuck it out of the bed. Oh, it keeps splitting. It's driving me mad. You ever work with yarn that splits all the time? Oh, God. Yeah, you could make an exfoliating mitten with it, I tell you. If you made one of them gloves, you could take your tan. You know, they say you've got to do that if you... I don't use fake tan, but if you use fake tan, you've got to exfoliate before you use the fake tan to get rid of all the dead skin. This would be fine for that. Make a great exfoliating mitten. Tell you, if you wash your face with one of these, you'd have no skin left. I hope I don't cause some old dear to have a skin rash. I'll wash it before I'll wash it tomorrow and hang it on the line. Ooh. What can I make with 2 balls of this lovely yarn? Yeah, it's a virus shawl for some poor old dear who I hope does not have sensitive skin. As I said, the lady from the Knit Club said, "Oh, I like it." I said, you wouldn't want it." And she felt it. She's not that bad. I went, "Yeah, it is. It might soften." Nope. They haven't even said what it's made out of. It's probably that horrible nylon stuff like you made slippers with in the past. If you ever remember buying it on the market. Right, done. Don't care whether it's done or not, it's done. There you go. There we go. It's done. I've got ends and ends and ends to stitch in. Ooh. Where did I get it from? I got it given me. It was a lady who gave me a lot of machine cones, and she gave me this wool as well. It just says DK 18 ounces. That's all it says on the label. I've got 2 balls left on that. Yeah, well, I'm off to bed. I've gone past midnight, but I wanted to finish this shawl. How long has it took me? Oh, about, I don't know. I've been doing other things in between, haven't I? I've been doing that other shawl for my niece in between. I've been doing it about 2 weeks, I think. But don't forget, I did that massive big shawl for my niece. Took a picture of it on the line somewhere. Yeah, I took a picture of it there. Can you see it? Massive it is. I did that in between. So I've done 2 shawls in about 2 weeks, I think. Oh, it's pretty warm anyway. It's pretty big, isn't it, for a little old dear? By the time I've washed it tomorrow, it'll spread a bit. It's warm. Rough. But it's warm. Oh, excuse me. Oh, dearie me. Right, I'm going to bed now. It's time for me to go to bed. I shall take a picture of my wind chime when it's hanging up tomorrow, and I'll take another one of my something, what they call sun catcher, when that arrives tomorrow. Oh, got hiccups there. So I shall, yeah, it looks all right, doesn't it? But it just it'll keep her warm even though it's rough. I've got all these ends to darn in. So it's took seven balls it's took, because I had 9 to start off with. So it's took 7. That's because I'm doing it double. Yeah. Yeah, somebody will like it. I've got 2 viruses to give away now. I've got a deeper pink one and this one. So night to everybody. And have everybody got me thumbs up? Yes, they have, yes. Don't forget, like, subscribe, tell all your friends. And if you want to make a comment, please do. And if you'd like to buy me a coffee, please do. And if you'd like to buy me something off my Amazon wishlist, please do. And I will speak to you all next week. And you might get a video, you never know, because I think I've managed to sort out the camera. But don't quote me on that. You never know. Okay, bye. Why have I not gone? Bye.